Hello everyone, welcome back to the Art of Skincare channel. We're live today and I'm going to be walking you through the Kizo Lab brand and what makes it so special. I also have a special guest here. This is actually my boyfriend Austin. He's going to be our beautiful model for today's facial treatment using all Kizo Lab products. So if you don't know anything about Kizo Labs, we've been carrying this for I think a little over a year now. And Kizo Lab, while it is formulated for men, we've actually been using it on all genders and seeing amazing results because it is very results driven. We've thought about bringing on a men's skincare line before, and we've tested a lot of men's skincare lines out on ourselves, on our partners, on different men employees we have here. And we found that so many men's branded skincare lines were just that. They were branded for men, and that was it. They had like very manly packaging, and they had, really manly scents to them. But behind all of that, the formulations just weren't packing a punch. We weren't seeing amazing results and benefits from using the products. And you know, at Art of Skincare, we are obsessed with products that give results. If a product is not giving results, we don't want to carry it because we can't confidently recommend it to all of you. So Kizo Lab is special and different because it's actually formulated by the amazing cosmetic chemist behind Lemieux Skincare, which is one of our much loved brands here at Art of Skincare. And her goal with this brand is she packed active ingredients that give results to the skin in every single product. So if you are ultra minimalist, if you want to only use a two-step routine, you can do that and you're still going to get a huge punch of active ingredients, results-based ingredients in whatever product you choose. I mean, technically, you could only use one product from the line and you'd still be getting results. Ultimately, we'd love it if you did a minimum of 2 steps, cleansing and sunscreen. If you're only going to do 2 steps, that's what you should do. But if you chose to do that, if you chose to only cleanse your skin and then put on sunscreen, you would still be getting tons of hydrating ingredients, antioxidants, and peptides. Peptides are proven little molecules that get to work to soften fine lines, to improve the plumpness of the skin, the hydration, and there's even peptides in here that help protect your skin from UV damage and dark spots. So these products are just packed with good ingredients, and I wanted to show you them at work because the first question that I often get asked when we bring on a skincare line, especially for men, is how do they feel? Are they going to feel goopy on the skin, thick and heavy on the skin? You know, a lot of men don't prefer to have heavier products, heavy scented products. You want something that feels good, it feels natural on the skin. So I thought I'd show you guys all of the beautiful textures of these products. So we're gonna start with this beautiful cleanser. Oh, actually, before we get started, I almost forgot. We have a special for you guys right now. This is the newest product from Kizo Lab. This is the Volcanic Buffing Scrub and Mask, and this is a really unique product. I'm gonna walk you through the texture of this product and how to use it in a few minutes, but right now this product is 20% off through this week. There's no code needed, it's discounted when you add it into your cart, but this is an incredible scrub for anyone with facial hair. This works amazingly to soften facial hair so it's softer to the touch. It also helps dissolve blackheads and sebum and buildup. So if you tend to get little flaky skin in your beard, this is what you need. It also works on folks without a beard. So obviously Austin is clean shaven today, but this still really helps his skin to soften texture, help with blackheads. It's just an all-around amazing product. And it also has a very unique texture that I will show you in a few minutes. But let's dive into the cleanser. So this is a very well thought through cleanser because not only is it a cleanser, it's a shaving cream. It has this really thick, luscious texture that gives you a really nice, soft surface to shave with. So just like a shaving cream that feels very silky on the skin so that your razor can glide smoothly, this gives that same effect. It also has built-in skin soothers and hydrators, So you're gonna be treating your skin while you're cleansing it and while you're shaving it. So let me show you this cleanser. It's such a unique texture. So I know it'll be hard to see on camera, but it actually comes out looking like a creamy cleanser. It looks all creamy, and it's a little bit blue from the blue tansy extract, which is a calming botanical. And then you emulsify it, and it becomes this squishy gel foam. It's a very unique texture. And we're actually going to apply it to dry skin first. If you apply your cleanser to dry skin and massage it around, you'll get a deeper cleanse before you dilute it with water. So that's what we're gonna start with on Austin here. Does it smell good, Austin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has a really nice plant-based scent to it. It's nothing crazy like Axe body spray or anything, but it does have a nice light masculine scent. So now I'm gonna add water to my hands, and this is when it really foams up. So now we've got this classic white foam, and we're going to emulsify it all over. And if you are shaving with this, you will add a little more. We're just cleansing his skin, so we're using a little bit less, but if you're shaving, don't be afraid to be a little bit more generous with this cleanser to give you that ultimate squishy texture that's perfect for shaving with. Bet Austin feels really lucky to get to be on the bed right now, getting treated. It's actually my birthday tomorrow, so maybe I'll make him give me a facial tomorrow. You could do like a peptide facial with a rose mask or something. That would be nice. So we're gonna add a little more water to re-emulsify this. Especially for men, I do recommend you guys wash your face for a whole minute. I know it's hard. Austin's the worst about that. He likes to cleanse for a total of 5 seconds or less. He's like a speed washer. But if you give your cleanser time to work, that's how you're gonna break down those blackheads, that oily buildup in your skin. Okay, now we are going to remove this. If you have a man in your life that you can give a facial to, if you have a warm towel, it is such a treat. Just gonna make sure it's not too hot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I do a facial treatment, I just think, I should schedule one of these for myself. This is so nice. Okay, so now we're going to use my personal favorite Kizo product. This is their newest launch that we talked about earlier. It is their volcanic mask, and it can also be used kind of like a cleansing scrub. I would use a cleanser before you use it. So this is our volcanic buffing mask, and remember, this is 20% off right now. So I'll do my best to show you guys the texture, but if you're curious, we have some amazing pictures on our website too of this. So you can see this really amazing texture. So it looks completely black in the jar. And there are teeny tiny beads in there that give exfoliation. So it's like a jelly texture. And I recommend using this probably 2 to 3 times a week, or only 1 time a week if you have more sensitive skin. But men's skin tends to be a little bit thicker, a little more resilient, and also a little oilier. So men actually need a little more exfoliation, a little more cleansing than women's skin needs. So I'm just gonna go in with a small amount of this. A little bit goes a very long way. And I'm gonna start with gently applying it onto dry skin, just like we did the cleanser. And look how it's already starting to turn a little bit of a gray tone as we activate it in our hands. And we're just gonna apply it all over and very gently buff. The trick with using physical exfoliants like this that have a grit to them, a little texture, is that you never wanna press down on the skin. You just wanna gently roll those beads across the skin without pressing hard. We don't want to over exfoliate, we don't want to beat up the skin, we just want to get a nice exfoliation of the surface. Does this one smell good too?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that smells good. This just has a very fresh, light herbal scent as well. So now that we've gently massaged it in, we're going to add some water. And just like the cleanser, when you add water, we have foam. So it has this delicious foamy texture that really deep cleans the pores, smooths out texture, and this is where it works amazingly on beards because it foams up and all those foamy bubbles get into the beard, break down any buildup, and the physical beads help to soften the hairs. If you are someone who shaves regularly, doing this a couple times a week actually helps you get a closer shave because you are softening those hairs and you are exfoliating the skin. It just lets you really get in there and get a good shave. And it's going to prevent ingrown hairs, irritated bumps, all those things that we have to think about when we grow facial hair. And don't forget to give your nose a little extra attention. I know blackheads are so common. Just make sure you just take a little extra moment to massage the nose. So now, what you could do, this is really nice to use in the shower. What you could do is let this remain on your skin while you do something else in the shower. Like let this sit while you wash your body. Just do some sort of step in the shower so that it has a moment to sit on the skin and do what it needs to do. You could also just rinse this right away if you were low on time, but it is nice if you have the time, let this sit. There are so many soothing botanicals, just delicious ingredients that need some time to work on the skin if you have time to let it sit. We're gonna let this sit on Austin for a couple more minutes and then we're gonna remove it. Because this is a scrub and it has little beads, I always recommend using this in the shower. The shower is a great place to use this because it's easier to wash away all those little scrub granules. It's gonna be a little bit harder to remove those on the treatment bed that we have set up here, but I'm gonna do my best to make sure he doesn't walk away with little bits of beads. But that's my hot tip. Anytime you have a scrub, just use it in the shower. It's the easiest way to remove it. Okay, so we're gonna use a hot towel to help remove this. And if you're just tuning in, we're doing a Kizo facial on Austin here. And this mask that we just did is the volcanic mask, and it's 20% off right now on our website. It's an automatic discount. It just applies when you put it in your cart. Make sure it's not too hot. Does that feel okay, temperature-wise? Yeah. All right. We're gonna let that steam just help drive in that mask for a second. This volcanic scrub, when we got it in, we gave out samples to some of the men who work here who have beards, and they got to take it home and use it, and they all came back and they were like, that is such a unique, amazing product. It felt really fresh and clean. It rinsed away really nicely. My skin was so soft afterwards. So this one is men approved 100%. And your skin will be a little bit pink after you use this. That's pretty common when you use an exfoliating mask. We also, we massage the skin a little bit, so we got some blood flow going, and it's totally normal. Think of a little blood flow as a good thing. Blood brings nutrients and oxygen to the skin. As long as the skin doesn't feel, irritated, a little redness is all good, and I bet his skin feels good. How does your skin feel right now?
Fantastic.
Yep. That's what I thought. Okay, he does still have some little bits of scrub around his nose, so I'm going to use one of our eco towels. The best way to remove a scrub is to just fully dry the skin and then just wipe them away. It's the hack. Now we're just going to brush off any bits of that volcanic sand that's left behind. Okay, spot check, let's see how he feels. Oh yeah, very, very soft. And the redness is already gone. So any little redness that we created by doing some manual exfoliation is already subsiding. So let's get into the eye cream. So when men reach out to us for skincare advice, one of the first things they'll ask for is an eye cream, because I'm not sure why, but the first places that men notice aging is around their eyes. And it makes sense. The eyes do show a lot of signs of aging when you're not wearing a lot of sunscreen, maybe you're working outdoors a lot. That can cause those lines to be more visible around the eyes. So Kizo created a really lovely product. It's like a gel cream. This is the Kizo Lab Dark Circle Repair Eye Cream, but it's not a heavy cream. It doesn't feel greasy at all. It's a very light texture. So it's loved by many for that reason, and it's packed with peptides, hydrators, antioxidants. This has just so many active ingredients. And the applicator is nice because it has a teeny tiny little hole so you don't get too much. It's really annoying when an eye product dispenses too much and it's really hard to massage in. So you just take the teeny tiniest little, like maybe a little bit more than a rice kernel. A rice isn't called kernel, but a little bit more than a piece of rice. Pat between your fingers and then pat around the orbital bone. The trick to not irritating your sensitive eyes is don't go too close in with your eye cream, because eye creams will naturally travel closer into the eye on their own. So we're just applying around the orbital bone And the nice thing about this is it really soaks in very quickly. It's a very light texture, just nice to use product with very effective peptides. So we just patted that in, and we patted a little bit more into the areas where he's going to be starting to form some crow's feet eventually, and we'll love them. They're going to look very handsome on him when he has them. But we just gave that area a little bit of extra love. Next up, we have the Kizo Lab Liquid Hydration Moisturizer and Serum. I love this product for a few reasons. Reason number one is kind of silly, but the packaging on this is so satisfying. You open it by twisting the bottom, and then it just pops up in the top, and I love that. I think that's so special. But this product, this really is the star of the Kizo lineup, because Kizo Lab really stepped up to the challenge of how do you make a product that's a serum. So serums are extra packed with good ingredients for the skin, but you also made it a texture that works well as a lightweight moisturizer as well. And so this really hits that point. This has peptides, this has antioxidants, this has chaga mushroom in it. It has an electrolyte blend that really deeply hydrates the skin. And it's in a lightweight formula that soaks right in and feels really, really nice on the skin. I personally have gone through 2 bottles of this. This is my favorite summertime moisturizer when my skin's really oily and it craves that water hydration that quickly sinks into the skin, but still gives me lovely benefits and good results. So I'm gonna use 2 pumps for Austin's face. If I was doing his neck and chest, I would use a little more. But it is a pretty runny, serum-y texture, but it gives enough hydration to work as your moisturizer, especially when you have more oily skin. You don't need anything heavy, and you don't want your moisturizer to feel thick. A lot of my male clients say, I need a moisturizer, but I don't want it to feel like I'm wearing a moisturizer. This is the solution. And this does have a bit of a dewy finish when you first put it on, but something that I like about this is that it does dry down. Just let it soak into the skin and dry down, and it dries down to a nice natural finish, so you're not gonna look shiny or anything like that. So we just pressed that into the skin, and now we get to use their bonus product. This product actually has been flying off the shelf. This is the Kizo Lab Follicle Activator Hair Serum. And this is a surprisingly affordable hair serum for the ingredients that it has. So this has a peptide blend that is designed to strengthen the hair follicle, to reduce hair shedding, and to promote growth. So this really tackles all the parts of the process that causes us to lose hair. So it's really addressing how our follicles weaken, our hair breaks off and is shed, and then is not repairing itself and growing back. So this is a mist, which makes it really easy to apply. And I'm just gonna mist it right into Austin, where he has some spots that he's a little bit concerned about are starting to get a little bit thin. So we just treat just that area. No need to treat areas that you aren't experiencing that with. So I'm just gonna treat where he's concerned. This is a serum you will want to use morning and night for optimal benefit. And we always get asked, does this work for men and women? Yes, because it is directly targeting that follicle, this works for men and women. It's not a non-hormonal, so it doesn't have any kind of hormones in it. Safe to use for all genders. So I just patted that into his areas that he's concerned with. That is the hair serum. And now let's get into the sunscreen. This sunscreen is very unique. So this is a chemical sunscreen, which allows it to be completely clear. There's a very, very popular sunscreen out on the market that I won't name, but it is a completely clear gel sunscreen. And it's a nice sunscreen, but when you look at the ingredients of this one blows it out of the park in terms of peptides. This is packed with peptides that help tackle the different signs of aging, inflammation in the skin, lack of collagen, fine lines and wrinkles. This really goes to town in terms of targeting the skin. That's why I said earlier, if you're a two-step person, 2 steps. Cleanse. This has all of your antioxidants, your hydrators, your skin soothers. Then moisturize / protect your skin with the Kizo UV Defense Clear Sunscreen, because this has everything you need to really see a difference in signs of aging. And it feels like nothing on the skin. This is the ultimate product for anyone who hates sunscreen. You feel like they're white and they're gloppy and they're no fun to use. This is a clear gel. It's so cool. So we're just gonna apply this all over. This does have a mattifying effect. So if your skincare ever does leave a little bit more of a shiny finish and you wanna get rid of that, finish with this sunscreen. You'll have this nice matte finish, no white cast. This blends into all skin tones. And it just feels lovely. It has this very silky, natural finish. It doesn't smell like anything. The other products have a little bit more of an herbal scent. This one, no scent at all. So that's really nice. And there we have it. How does your skin feel right now?
It feels good.
Yeah. Well, Haraj, did we get any questions?
Nope, not yet.
All right. So that was the full Kizo lineup. That was all of their products. So it wasn't very many products, and it's because they really didn't need to come out with more. You have a cleanser that's also your shave cream. You have your eye cream that is also like an eye serum, because it's somewhere between a serum cream texture. You have a serum moisturizer combo, a hair serum, and a sunscreen. It's really all you need. They really packed everything that your skin needs into a really streamlined skincare routine with really nice textures, very light, natural scents, and we love it. It has been flying off the shelf, especially, I've been always surprised how fast this follicle activator hair serum sells out. People are really loving this serum. And then of course, the serum moisturizer combo, that is something special. And this doesn't have gender boundaries. We have so many women who adore this serum moisturizer combo who have oily skin. So don't be afraid to try these products. Just because, you know, they really are formulated for men, but they work amazingly on all gender skin. So Austin's skin looks amazing. Do you think we can get you to use these products now at home?
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take these home. So for being our model, he's gonna take home some Kizo today. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. We are here every single week. We do a live video on Tuesdays. So if you subscribe to us, you'll see our live videos, and then you can always watch this live video later. It's always saved on our channel. All right, thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week.